Hey there, how's it going? I hope you're having a fabulous day. Happy Monday. So, my name is Julie Dorley, and we are going to talk about something that, I just don't spend enough time talking about, and it is one of my favorite tools, and probably one of my least seen tools. So, first of all, let's talk about if you are doing your makeup, and yes, makeup related video here. If you're doing your makeup and you're not getting the results that you would like to see, it may be, well, if you're not getting the results you'd like to see and you used to be, and or you're having acne issues, then it could be because your brushes haven't been cleaned recently. Now your brushes, like, because you're putting them against your skin and you're doing your thing, they can pick up a lot of oils, and so it's really important to clean your brushes. I will tell you though, I was super bad about it. Super bad. Never did it. I would do it maybe, I'm so embarrassed to say, maybe 2-3 times a year. That's awful. That is so bad. And it might explain why, I had some sensitive skin issues, and it might have just been my brushes and all the crud in them and not really the makeup that I was using. It was probably the makeup because I was using some pretty cheap makeup. But I wasn't doing myself any favors with not cleaning my brushes regularly. So why did I not clean my brushes regularly? For me, it just takes, A, it takes a lot of time, and B, it takes a long time for your brushes to dry. And, if you're in a place where it's super dry, like when I lived in Arizona, then you didn't, they would dry faster. But, if you're in a place that's humid, obviously that takes a lot longer. But, so that was one of those things. And if you need to use your brushes before they're dry, then that's kind of a pain in the butt. So the way that I was cleaning my brushes, and I don't know about you, if you ever clean your brushes, what your method is, but this is what I would do. I would take some dish soap, just a tiny little bit, couple drops, put it into my palm, and then I would take my brush and I would rub it around so it would kind of get a lather, and then I'd go under the faucet and I'd try to rinse out all the soap, and then I'd go and I'd shake it so I could get all the water out of it to make sure it was really dry, and then I would roll them up in a towel. That was my method. I don't know, anybody else have that method? Super time consuming, right? Then they start coming out with all these tools, like, there's this little egg thing. I don't know. Brush cleaner egg is what they call it. So you take it, you slide it on top of your fingers, and then you put the soap on there, and then you do it. So it just gives, some friction to help break up whatever's in your brushes easier. Okay, great. You could use something like that. I saw this whole do-it-yourself thing the other day. One of those like beauty hacks that was to take a clipboard and to flip it over so that the clip would be on the back side of it, and then take a glue gun and do some dots and do some wiggly lines and do some straight lines, and basically create a giant one of these, and then use that to clean your brushes. I don't know why the heck anybody would do that. That just seems like a waste of a good clipboard to me. But I don't know, they were putting it out there with the beauty hacks. Skip the hack. Ridiculous. So, now I clean my brushes all the time. Granted, I still probably don't clean them as much as I should, but way more than I used to. And the reason why is because now I have this awesome brush cleaner that sanitizes and conditions your brushes and dries immediately. So, let's check out how awesome this is. So I'm going to, let's see which brushes I'm going to clean. So I use this brush. You can see that it's got some color. I use this all the time. It's really, I use purple a lot, so I can actually see the purple on here. So I'm going to take a paper towel, and I want to show you what it looks like. So if I just rub it on paper towel, that's going to obviously help take some out. I do this pretty regularly if I'm not cleaning the brush, because if I'm going with different colors and I don't want purple to be in the middle of it, then I probably want to make sure my brush is clean to get rid of that extra color. So I'm going to do this side of the paper towel for the just dry method. And now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do it with the spray. And you don't need a lot. I like to put the brush against the paper towel so that you can get the extra on the paper towel, not like on your desk or, wherever it lands when it sprays. And then you're just going to go and you're going to take it and you're going to rub it. And look how much more is coming out of that. Like, there's so much more still in there that needed to come out. And obviously that would all come out if you were doing it, the other method. But again, that's going to take a long time. Now, this brush was pretty dirty. So let's give it another spritz and see if we got it all clean. Because, nope, still more coming out. So, really, that's how much crud is hanging out in your brushes. Apparently, I haven't cleaned this one very often. Let's give it another spritz. Normally, I don't have to do that many. But this brush, I use this brush every time. All right, so, again, there's so much coming out. Obviously, you get the picture on that. Let's try this other brush. I haven't cleaned this brush in forever either. This is my powder concealer brush. I mostly use it for bronzing, so you can see it's got a pretty dark tint to it because that's all bronzer on there. So let's see if I can rub it on here. You can see that there's some coming off, not a huge amount. Do this other side too. Ooh, the other side's worse. Okay, now we're going to flip it over and give it a couple spritzes. And then we're going to rub it. Whoa, doggy. Look at that. Look how much just with the couple of spritzes came out. So what's really great is this is immediately dry. It dries instantly. And so this is going to sanitize your brushes. So think of using hand sanitizer. This is the hand sanitizer for your brushes. So they're immediately dry, they're sanitized, and it helps condition them because it actually has oils in it that help with keeping your brushes in good shape, and so that they're not going to wear out and you can be able to use them for a lot longer. I will tell you one important thing. If you have a severe gluten allergy, you don't want to use this, because it does contain gluten. I don't know why, but it does. So you wouldn't want to use this. I have a gluten allergy, but I don't have a cross-contamination issue. So for me, using it and then using it on my face has no effect. But again, if you have a very serious contact-related gluten allergy, you wouldn't want to use this. We only have 2 products in our entire line of everything that we have, and that's one of them. And surprisingly, the other one is our rose water, which I didn't realize until today. So good thing I don't have that kind of allergy. Good information for me to know. Anyhow, it's so important to clean your brushes, and that's going to help keep your skin more oil-free. You're not going to be doing the transfer on that, and it is so speedy and good to go. Now, because I have this out here and I've got, some paper towels hanging around, I'm going to finish cleaning the brushes that I use all the time, because God knows they need it, because I don't do it nearly enough. So thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are great. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment. All right. Mwah. Bye.